Peace and love, and welcome to Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach. Today is week 4 of Lent, and today we are looking at the fourth word that Jesus spoke while being crucified on the cross. And it's something that so many people can relate to because it shows a human side of Jesus. With everything that was going on, it showed this more human side of Jesus. And this word is, my God, why have you forsaken me? And of course, this is how I talk, why have you forsaken me? But the King James Version always puts it as, why hast thou forsaken me? But the main point of this word is to examine how Jesus came into this human side. This was the second time that the scripture records that Jesus showed human emotions, right? The first time is recorded in John chapter 11. It is the shortest verse in the Bible, John chapter 11, verse 35, and it just simply says, Jesus wept, right? He was mourning the loss of his dear friend, and he broke down in a human way, I think like we all would when something personal and meaningful is taken away from us. So today, as we look at this new human side of what Jesus was saying on the cross, where he shouted out in desperation, my God, why have you forsaken me? Why have you put me to die on the cross? It is important for us to look at how we have said those words in our lives and related to Jesus, and how it has not only psychological but physiological effects on the body, right? So not only the mind, but how these words, how the experiences that we face on a daily basis shape our insides, how they maneuver and affect the body itself. So we must first know that we are never forsaken. God has never left us and will never leave us. So let's project that with a good affirmation. Fists in the air like you at a rap concert. Top of your lungs. Let's say together, I am never forsaken. Even if those thoughts come up, be like, well, remember 5 years ago, and right now you're going through something, and no. Push those thoughts clean out of your consciousness, out of your life, out of your mind, and boldly affirm, I am never forsaken. I hold on strong to God. I hold on strong to good. I hold on strong to faith. I hold on strong to my sanity. I hold on strong to my health. I hold on strong to me. Friends, hold on. Keep affirming that affirmation. Feel it from your pain even, right? From the pits of your soul, the pits of your stomach, the pits of your strength. Feel it and know and affirm this every time that you feel that you have been forgotten or forsaken by anyone or any entity, any place, and especially from this all universal force. You put your fist in the air and say, I am never forsaken. Now, let's take a look at what Jesus was talking about when he said these words, my God, why have you forsaken me? Now, Jesus was on the cross for 3 more hours, right? This is the fourth word that he spoke within that time. During these hours, it is reported from witnesses that there was darkness over all the land. Jesus remained silent. The pain of dying began to take over his body. Again, these are the physiological effects, right? The anguish of his current predicament became too much for him to bear, as it was one of the cruelest forms of execution that man can experience. I always think about, like when they talk about the Salem witch trials, right? When they used to burn people who they believed to be witches. And even during slavery days and the lynching days of Jim Crow in America, I think, okay, so you're burning someone alive. The main thing I think about is the people that sat there and watched a person be burned alive. That says something about the people, right? So I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking, because when I was preparing this, I thought, if I was the person looking at Jesus being crucified and you're hearing, Father, forgive them, today you will be with me in paradise, a lot of people kind of roll their eyes like, oh my God, here he goes with this faith again. And then when he finally says, my God, why have you forsaken me? I can imagine the people that didn't believe in Jesus, even though they were standing right in front of him, they go, see, we knew he was human. We knew he couldn't, we knew he couldn't, continue this facade anymore of this good person, of this spiritual person. Look, now he knows that his God has forsaken him. So let's think about that as we think about this statement that Jesus said. Now, in a state of desolation and personal rage, Jesus cries out, my God, why have you forsaken me? Here, Jesus shows us that he was actually a human being with all the emotions. We think about with all his strength, with all the forgiveness that he was able to express to the thieves on either side. You know, when he said, today you will be with me in paradise. With all the giving up of the human side, when he told his mother, behold your son. He told his brother, behold your mother. And in the very beginning, his first word was, Father, forgive them. Father, forgive the people that are nailing me to the cross. He was still human. The crown of thorns on his head and the oversized nails used to keep him on the cross suddenly became apparent to his physical body and began to cause him great physical pain. Life may bring us to a point of anguish and desolation where we feel absolutely destitute. And it happens to the most faithful, to the strongest people, the people that go to church all the time, the people that pray and meditate and know that God is the force of their life. God, the universe, can bring you to such a point where you want to give up. Where you want to, if you were literally holding the hand of God and this God was showing you around, you would just let that hand go and say, I can do it myself. You are not helping at all. And this feeling, this feeling that fills us, where we feel that rage, resentment, guilt, fear, all the emotions of the human side, all the negative feelings, and then we get comfortable with it, because really the negative feelings feel comfortable. They feel like who we really should be, because that is what the world is. The world is filled with bad things. Why shouldn't I feel bad? But the question that we always have to ask ourselves is, am I my pain? Friends, I'm here to tell you that you are not your pain. It may feel very real to you. It may seem like it's, having this physiological effect. I know what depression is. Depression is kind of like where everybody sees a sunny day, but you just see a cloudy day. You know that you're alive. You know that things are happening, but you don't see the sun. You don't see your future. And even raising your hands this high, it takes all the strength that you have in you because of this depression that holds you down. But friends, I am here to remind you that you are not your pain. You are bigger than your emotions. You are bigger than your fears. You are bigger than your rage. This is what Lent is all about, bringing us to the point where we realize that we are much more than human. We are divine. The question is, are you ready to give up the human for the divine? Are you ready to give up your emotions for that even keel of life, that clarity of mind and body? Are you willing to give up your fears for faith? Are you willing to give up your rage for love? If you are, put your fist in the air and affirm with me, I am more than my emotions. I am more than my fears. I am more than my rage. I am peace in expression. Boldly, I am peace in expression. One more time, I am peace in expression. Friends, despair should never be your default setting for life and for your emotions. Despair should never be your default setting. You have to ask yourself, how are you? You know, they always talk about when you pass people on the road, you know, you just give them away. You say, hi, how are you? Everyone says, I'm fine, I'm good, I'm okay. And we know that 9 times out of 10, they're probably lying. They're probably going through a bunch of emotions, but you're just passing by. No one has time to get into the specifics. But are you doing that for yourself? If you have the presence of mind, if you have the introspection to look at yourself and go, you know what? How are you, Jason? How about whatever your name is, right? How are you really? Are you lying to yourself and go, oh, I'm fine? Or are you really answering with the truth? Are you really answering with the truth of how you are? And this goes into the talk about the language. You have to change your language. Change the language and how you see yourself. Laugh in the places that you cried. If you follow us on Facebook and Instagram, we posted a quote during the week that said, instead of saying, I am damaged, I am broken, I have trust issues, say, I am healing. I am rediscovering myself. I am starting over, and it is okay. It is okay. Don't wait for the changes to come in life to know that you can be something more. Don't wait for the challenges in life to know that you can move on to something greater. You have it all within you. This is the month of strength. The strength of new experiences, the strength of new learning habits, the strength of new language, the strength to overcome depression, the strength of strength. The strength to keep your body going even though you're having these rough moments is all in you. Today, I want you to know that as a child of the universe, as a child of God, you can regulate your emotions and you can come out into something great and wonderful. Change the language. Of course, it all starts in your thoughts, right? So you got to get to the meditation, and then you can change the words that are coming out of your mouth, and that will eventually change the actions. Ask yourself why specific emotions come up. If you're going through things, think about yourself, consider yourself. Again, stop and ask yourself, how are you through this situation? Why? What emotions come up? Why does it come up? How important is this emotion? Why is it important? Not only is it important, why is it important? I found that a lot of things in my life that I thought were important, when I sat back and looked at it, I'm like, not really. Not in the grand scheme of things. It's nothing. It's okay. Tomorrow is another day. It will get done. We must realize that it is okay to work things out as you go. Everything, as Whoopi Goldberg always says, everything is figure-outable. Right? You have the power within you, the intuition within you to figure out whatever you need to figure out. But the problem is that we want to punish ourselves for not having the answer immediately. Because we're in a state of confusion, or, we don't know what to do. This is a new thing. We don't have the experience to have an answer right away. And we get mad at ourselves because we're not quick with it. Friends, you're not playing Jeopardy, right? You're not on a game show where everything is timed. You got to get the answer in 10 seconds, otherwise you lose your life. No, give yourself time to process. Give yourself time to think and then act. I always think, you ever been somewhere with a lawyer or something and they say, oh, sign this contract. Has anyone ever said to you, oh, don't worry about reading it, just sign it, you can read it later? Red flag, red flag, red flag. And that has happened to me more than once in my life. And I always say, well, now I'm curious. Now I'm a little like, I'm not doing it now, Don't let people rush you into making a decision. Don't let people rush you into confusion and all these things that come into your world. You are still alive. You are living. It's a part of living. You have to understand how these things are affecting you. Do they positively benefit your mind, your body? These experiences that people are rushing you for and you're trying to get an answer for, do they benefit your nervous system, your circulatory system, your digestive system? It's okay to be confused. It's okay not to have the language that you need to get through situations. It's okay not to have the answers right away. Keep learning. Open yourself to learning and know that learning is not just for school, it's for life. It is for understanding your soul. It is for understanding your spirit. It is for understanding how your brain works, how your body works. Continue just to be open to learning these things and know that there is always more to learn. Right? You ask any older person, they'll tell you even like their digestive system, what they thought they knew about their digestive system in their 20s is not the same in their 60s or 70s. It's okay. The thing is, love the learning process. Fist in the air, top of your lungs. I am living. You know, in the LGBT community, they say, I'm living for it. Do that for life. You're living for life. So fist in the air, I am living. I am learning, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Friends, it's natural to doubt. It is so natural to doubt, and it is natural to emote emotions, right? In other words, it's natural to have these emotions, to bug out, to flip out. You know, I remember me and my best friend, I think we were watching TV, and this guy, he got so enraged at what was going on that he decided to flip the table. What he didn't know is that the table was actually a deep freezer, and when he thought he was flipping the table, he was really just opening the freezer. And you know, the reality shows, the people who edit it and produce it ain't no good. They had the music, they did it in slow motion, and all you see is like raw chicken in the freezer and icicles and stuff like that, you know? It was just so hilarious. But when we realize that, okay, these are the natural things that we have to go through, but let it be more natural to know that you are not forsaken. Again, don't let despair become your default. Know that the pain you are going through is unnatural. And actually the faith that you need, the strength that's going to come from within you, that's natural. The God being expressed through strength, through power, that's natural. That is who you are. You are never forsaken. You are never left for dead. So nail your negation to the cross. Nail your negation to the cross of past experiences. The West Indians say you got crosses, right? It means the little negative things that come into your mind. And some people have more than one. Not just one. Jesus only had one cross. A lot of us are living with more than one cross. Let it go. Let it go. Crucify the crosses. Know that the resurrection that you are seeking, the new life that you are seeking, will require the resurrection. The question is, what resurrection do you want the crucifixion to bring? After you get over this depression, after you get over this sadness, what do you actually want out of your life? What does life fulfillment look like in real time? What does the fulfillment of your every need look like in real time? And are you moving towards that? Are you moving towards that goal of fulfillment? Are you moving towards greater and better love and strength and life and good things in your life? Fist in the air, top of your lungs. I see my life as I would love to live it. Right? So whatever's going on now and you're not comfortable with it, you don't like it, you put your fist in the air, you punch out that negation, punch out the life that you don't want to live, and make room for this new life. Fist in the air. I see my life as I would love to live it. Right? The people, the places, the things. See your life as you would love to live it and move forward to that right here and right now. Friends, the last point I want to leave with you today is, of course, from our Keep It True Lent reading. And today, the Keep It True Lent reading talks about the Sabbath. The basic definition of the Sabbath, as the Keeper True Lent tells us, is true Sabbath is fulfillment. It is rest and peace, right? It is not confusion. So, and it also says that whether people say you celebrate the Sabbath on the seventh day, the first day, in the middle of the week, once a year, it doesn't matter. You have to find the God within. You have to find the church within, the Sabbath within. And as you do, you find your peace. You find your love. Jesus, through miracles, showed an overcoming of sense consciousness. Showed an overcoming of sense consciousness. So can we. We hold ourselves in the trap that we are only human. I remember that song, Que Sera, Sera. I can't remember who the original person was, right? But it's whatever will be, will be. Now, to an extent, that is true, right? It really is, whatever life brings to us, we have to now regulate how we're going to deal with that, right? We'll always come out on top, but do we believe it? Is that what we're working towards? Whatever will be, but do you want it to be? If not, you can change your circumstance. You can come out of sense consciousness and come into the true meaning of the Sabbath, the true peace of the Sabbath, the true rest of the Sabbath. The Keeper True Lent says the Sabbath was made for man and not man for the Sabbath. And that's what religion, right? Because the formulators of these different religions that people celebrate all over the world was because man was going astray, right? So they needed to bring people in. And so they had this thing above, this fear. There's a God above that you should fear and you should do this. And everyone is walking around in fear, thinking that they can hide from God. Well, you are God. You can't hide from yourself. And the negation, the fear, the doubt, the worry, all the negative things that you have in your experience or you think you have in your experience, that's up to you. Whether you want to change it, whether you want to be something new and powerful and wonderful, friends, it is all up to you. And you don't need a religion for that. You need yourself. Because all you have, all you need is within you. All you need is you. So stop worrying. Stop screaming in rage. Stop thinking that you have been forsaken. No, this is where you need to be. Tell the truth and get back into the protective arms of the universe. We have 3 more words to do as we have 3 more weeks in Lent. And you will see how in this moment that Jesus broke down and said, my God, why have you forsaken me? He got right back up. Well, not up because he was still nailed to the cross, but his mind, his consciousness got back up and he realized, no, I am forever a child of the living God, even on the cross. Friends, you might have crosses in your life, negative experiences, doubt, fears. You are still in the arms of God. You are still protected. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to. It's real. It is what is going on. You just have to know that because you are alive, you will make it. You're not 6 feet under. You're above the earth. You have another opportunity to make it, friends. I know that you will make it. And if you know, put your fist in the air and affirm with me, I am alive now. Even if you got to pinch yourself to make sure that you're awake. Yes, I am alive now. And I will make it. I will make it. Whatever comes up that you feel that you have been forsaken, that you feel that you will not accomplish. No, I will make it. Friends, I want to thank you so much for visiting us here at Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach. Please remember to follow, like, share, and comment on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach. and Black Diamond Worldwide Outreach on Facebook and Instagram. We post inspirational quotes. We are still in the month of March, which is Women's History Month, so you can see all of the women that we have been honoring all month. Next week, we will continue our talk on the 7 last words of Jesus. But just know, you have not been forsaken. In fact, you are stronger than ever before. I love you. Be blessed.